This is a weekly forecast reading for the week of 4th to the 10th of January 2016. We're going to start with your love and partnership reading and then follow it with a general forecast. Your love and partnership reading, I meant to pull one of these small cards and two popped out. So they both obviously have significance and they have a similar theme. The one says the answer lies within you, seek the truth. And the other one says your time is better spent seeking your own true self, or then you will know who best to suit you. So basically what this is saying is that you need to look within, because what you're looking for out there is within yourself. That's a cryptic thing to say, isn't it? But basically what it really means is before you can go looking for what you want, you need to know what that is where relationships are concerned. If you're already in a relationship and you're feeling like it's not meeting up to your expectations, you need to clarify what your expectations are. So you need to look within you for those. The same with partnerships. The same if you're looking for a relationship or a partnership. You need to know what it is that you want. And oddly enough, we're not always really clued up on that. We think we know what we want, but you need to take a deeper look. What this is saying is you're missing out on something this week. You haven't got it on the mark. You're not quite aware of the fact that you're looking for something, but it's not really what you want. So you need some time to sit down and think, okay, what is it that I actually genuinely want in my partnerships and relationships? Then the next card that came up is the one of true love. So true love is definitely the topic this week. There are two scenarios here. One, let's do with a more mainstream here. Those of you that are already in relationships or in relationships that are long-standing relationships, there is still true love to be found in those relationships. The second card says the here and the now. So what you need to do is be present in that relationship. Being present in that relationship means interacting with that person, making time to have fun with him, making times where you do enjoyable things together. You cannot expect a relationship to flourish if all you are doing is hard work, jobs, the mundane, those things which don't make you happy. Go and do things together which make you happy. Don't wait for it in the future, do it now. Then those of you that are looking for love, and even those of you that are not looking for love but are single, it's coming in this week. I was going to say I'm afraid it is. For those of you that aren't looking, it's coming this week anyway. True love is about to put a foot in the door. Now, for those of you that have been searching for love, the advice is don't think forward. Don't already start taking out the wedding invitations. Okay, I'm being facetious here. But basically what this means is concentrate on that moment when it happens in your life and just enjoy that moment then, because what is going to happen in the future is for now a pretty long distance thing, and you're not really supposed to know what's going to happen now. Okay, this is going to be something of a different scenario than what you've ever been through before. That message is coming through incredibly clearly for everybody. This is different, and because it's different, you're not going to be able to predict what comes next. And if you do the predicting thing what comes next, you're going to find yourself disappointed because it's not matching up to your predictions. In the meantime, the path it's going to be taking is perfect. So don't interfere. Enjoy each moment as it comes. Because what comes up next, and this is the challenge, is life is about to have a bit of a turnover. The picture that comes to mind is lakes, for example, have a bottom warm layer and a top cold layer, and certain times of year this actually swaps over. The bottom warm layer swirls to the top and the cold layer goes to the bottom, so that there's a circulation of nutrients and oxygen in the water. Now this is going to happen in your life. Your life is about to be turned a little bit upside down. so that things can be circulated through it, so that you can get air in it and nutrients into it, okay? That's the explanation I'm going to use. And the advice here is for your relationships. This is where it's mostly going to happen, is to breathe. Take a breather. Give your relationships a breather. Stop putting so many expectations on them. Now, this is both for existing partnerships and relationships and for the new one that is coming in for, well, I'd say 50% of you at least. Give it a breather. Stop the expectations. This is a swirling going around. A lot of things are going to be changing here, and it's going to take time, and you need to just be in the moment and breathe and let it be. Let it take the course it's going to take. Outcome is that whip card. Okay, so this turnover is going to happen, and now it's going to whip that relationship into shape. And somehow you have had a sense of this coming. And the way it takes shape may not be logical, and it may not be what you've ever seen before, but deep down inside, and pay attention to that deep knowing, you know this is the way it was going to happen. You know this is coming. You knew it was coming. It's not going to make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. This isn't about making sense, but it's changing in a big way. Stick with that deep knowing, because what's coming next, well, we'll see in the next forecast over the next few months. Okay, so that is your partnership and love relationship reading for January of 2016. Now we move on to your general forecast. Now, the first card that comes up is that of Zakara Ra. Now, this is the lion god who has a deep sense of inner knowing, who senses the truth within themselves if they go in and look within. So that is what you are going to need to do. Within you lies the truth. And that came up in your partnership reading as well. So within you somewhere there's shining that beacon of truth. And you need to go in to find that, within to find that. The Hierophant speaks of traditional belief structure system. And you possibly having a problem with a traditional belief structure system. And this is not religion necessarily we're talking about. This is about a general belief. This is how life goes. Life is probably not going to go according to the traditional path any longer. But in order to have some idea of how to go forth that makes you feel like you know you're on the right path, you're going to have to look within. And that knowledge is within you. It is stored there within you. You need to go in and find your own structure, your own belief system that you know deep inside you is what is true. The next card speaks of Serve and the Queen of Cups. Now this follows directly on from those first two cards. The Serve card talks of serving not only humanity but yourself with integrity. Now what you need to do is you need to build up a structure and a belief system. So we're all now going to have to start building up structures and belief systems, new structures and belief systems. And they have to be based on true belief in what you are doing and a code of conduct. This is something which seems to have gone by the way in the last few years. We just don't seem to function with a code of conduct anymore. And I'm not speaking about a general code of conduct, your own code of conduct. And this is not, as the Hierophant would do, strict laws that are set down and everyone will stick to them. This is about knowing what you know is right for you and for the people around you, and knowing what you do not feel right about for you and the people around you. Now, the Queen of Cups speaks of serving others, of making others feel happy, but she does so within her own system, within her own beliefs, within what makes her feel right and happy. And at the moment, that is what is right for you and the people around you, providing you are doing it with integrity and a good code of conduct. That is your way forward. because your outcome is that of celebrate. So once you have worked out where you are operating from, what is right for you and what is not right for you, you now will have reason to celebrate. You have the celebrate and the sun card together. So this is wonderful. So you will reach a point where you will have achieved something. You will be victorious in something. The sun will shine down on you. And this could quite possibly just be a mental point that you have arrived at, that you suddenly realize, this is how I want my life to be. This is how I want to feel. And this is how I'm going to operate from now onwards. And it's a huge relief. The sun breaks through those clouds and you can celebrate. Now your guidance here is interesting and follows on directly from that. The full moon is completion, culmination. So you reach a point where you finish off the way you were before and the way you operated before. It's a cycle that is complete. You now are done with it. Now the future extends in front of you. And that Pandora's box that she's opening, well, that is just pure potential. It can go either way. That is going to depend entirely upon your integrity and your code of conduct. In other words, energy is just pure energy. You can use it to destroy, you can use it to create. That is up to you. But this energy, once released, as you can see in the next card, is going to be the wind beneath your wings, in your sails. It's going to push you forward with great momentum. So be aware of the fact that once you culminate whatever that past is that you needed to deal with, and you release that new energy, the forward movement is going to be fairly fast. You are going to be moving up in that spiral to that next level with the wind in your wings. That is your January 4th to 10th of 2016 weekly reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.